So sorry, guys. I don't know what it is. For the last couple of days, I've had this really obnoxious cough. So I'm really sorry about that. So I've seen a lot of booktubers do this whole thing where it's a wrap up and a to be read. So I thought I would try it and see how that goes, and see if I actually can do this. Well, first off, I didn't finish any books in May. I did not. I feel so sad saying that, but yeah, I didn't finish any. And that makes me sad, but yeah. But I'm reading for at the moment, and I'm hoping, so basically that's my wrap-up, my May wrap-up. I didn't finish any books. So moving on to my to-be read that I hope I'll have finished by June, by the end of June. If you watched my haul, then you already know I got A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. And I'm that far in. And since this book is so, small, it's not that thick. How many pages is it? I think it's 13. Yeah, it's 13 chapters, and it is 240 pages. And yeah, and I'm really enjoying it, so I think I should be able to finish this by the end of June, hopefully. So yeah, Nicholas Sparks by A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. And then I'm reading The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Chbosky. And I'm on page 26, and there are, how many pages are there? There are 213. Now this is kind of the bad thing. I got this book for two reasons. One, I had been hearing about it for years, and people were telling me it's such a good book and I should read it, and I would like it. And also because, there's going to be a movie with, here it says right there, there's going to be a movie coming out with Emma Watson and Logan Lerman, and that made me even more excited. But here's my one little problem. Like I said, I'm 26 pages in, and I am finding it so boring, guys. I don't like it, and that's really not making me happy. Like, I'm hoping, praying that it gets better the more I read it. Like, I'm not going to stop reading it, but I'm just hoping it gets better. And again, I apologize. So, we'll see. I don't know if I'll have this finished by the end of June. It just depends on whether or not it gets better. Because if it still is slow and boring, then I don't foresee me finishing it by the end of June. But I should be able to finish it because, it is a pretty small book. But it just depends on how good, if it gets out of the boring mode that it is right now. Because, I don't know. So, yeah. Perks Being Wallflower. Then I have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And I'm on chapter 7, and I honestly don't foresee me finishing this in June, mainly because, I think I've told you guys before, when I was younger, I read up to book 3 and halfway through book 4, but then I stopped, and I stopped reading Harry Potter, and it was because, I was so young, and I found, books that thick, because Goblet of Fire is pretty thick, intimidating, and I just couldn't do it. But now that I'm older and I'm used to reading pretty thick books, I'm rereading the series. And it just takes me, I take my time with Harry Potter. I don't try to rush or anything like that. I read these leisurely and, for fun. So I don't try to hurry and rush through these. But yeah, so like I said, I'm only that far in, so I'm probably not going to have this done by the end of June. But I'm hoping to be probably somewhere around here. Probably somewhere around there by the end of June, so we shall see. Then my last book is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This is my first John Green book that I've ever read, and I'm loving it. I'm on, what chapter am I on? I am on chapter 10, and I think there's 24, 25 chapters. Yeah, so I'm that far. I'm halfway through it, and I'm loving it so much, you guys. This is so good. When I started reading it and realized how good it was, I just wanted to hit myself. I'm like, why did it take me so long to read John Green? It's ridiculous. So yeah, I can definitely say when I do get money, I'm going to get all of John Green's other books. So I'll get Looking for Alaska, An Abundance of Catherine, Paper Towns, and Will Grayson, Will Grayson. So yeah, I can't wait. And I'm really scared though to finish this because I've watched some reviews, not spoilery, but where people have said they've cried at the end, and that scares me. I'm so scared, but yeah. So I should have this done by June, by the end of June. So yeah. So real quick, I can't talk at all, guys. I'm so sorry. These are the books I'm reading right now. So real quick recap. I'll probably have this finished by June. Probably not. I probably won't unless it picks up and stops being so freaking boring. And I probably will have this done by the end of June. So yeah. So that was my June wrap up. And yeah, tell me if you've read any of these, what you think, especially if you've read the perks. Like, tell me, does it get better? Because I am so freaking bored right now, guys. And yeah, so don't spoil anything in the books for me. Well, you can't spoil Harry Potter. I mean, I've seen all the movies, but yeah, or Walk to Remember because I've seen the movie. But the other two, don't spoil anything for me. And yeah, so like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Until next time, bye guys.